I figured I would try to do as many story times as I could in this shirt because it's my favorite shirt. I love him. I'm so ready for season 2. Okay, so this is a really annoying story time. This one time I was bartending at a casino, right? And I was just like kind of mad at the place, low-key. I wanted to quit. I was like, I'm gonna get another job where I know I can make more money and I'm gonna quit. So I started working at this pub. So I was like, all these old men, I wanna make so much money here bartending. Bitch, it's gonna pay my tuition. I started at this place and I got the job. I killed it. Like the first day, like they didn't even have to teach me anything. I just started serving for them. They weren't even letting me bartend either, which was kind of dumb, but whatever, you know, I get it. They had to start me somewhere. But like either way, like I was gonna make a lot of money and I was like pretty stoked about it. I liked the environment, it was fun. I like a pub. This guy that ran it, I had met him a few times. And the weird thing is he was like friends with one of my friends. And that's how I kind of like got in and got the job. I start working, I work a couple shifts, then he starts getting real fishy with me. And he's like, oh no, so slow, you don't need to come in today. And I'm like, okay, you know, a couple times goes by of him saying that and I'm like, this is weird. So my next shift, I pop in and because he didn't call me off for the third shift. I come in and I talk to him and I'm like, mind you, I'm still working at the casino, but I talked to him and he was like, I gotta talk to you about something. Mind you, this is the owner of the restaurant. This is a 60-year-old grown man. He's like, yeah, I heard something. And I was like, okay. He was like, I heard a rumor about you. And I was like, okay. And he was like, you know, they're telling me from the casino that you're stealing tips. And I was like, what? I was the best worker at the casino, okay? Everyone loved me there. I had great relationships with my coworkers. I was just mad because it was so goddamn slow. We weren't making any money. But like, I loved my coworkers. I would never do something like that. So he gives me this look and I was like, who told you that? Like, what are you talking about? He was like, he literally looks at me and he goes, I don't know. I mean, I was like, what? Like, none of this is adding up. I was like, who told you this? He's like, well, he just couldn't give me a solid answer. I was like, someone told you I'm stealing tips. And he was like, yeah, like, I don't know. And I don't know if it's gonna work out here now because of it. And I was like, sir, what the like, with all due respect, what the So I'm like raging. I'm thinking someone went there and told him that I was stealing tips and now I like lost my new job because of it. I just, you know, obviously I was like, all right, I'm done with this. Like, this is weird. So never officially got fired, never was on the paperwork officially, but it was just weird. The casino was just down the road. So I'm like fuming. I'm like going down the road to the casino and I like kind of storm into my boss's office. I'm like trying to be professional, but I was like, yo, I got a bone to pick here. He was like, okay, what's going on? I was like, I just went into the pub and he just told me that I got caught stealing tips here at the casino. I was like, did you tell him that? And he was like, no. Like, what are you talking about? I would never say that. He's like, I'm trying to get you to stay. Like, and I was like, exactly. So like, did you tell him that? And then he was like, no, like I would never do that. He's like, I'll call him right now and tell him that that's absolutely not true. He's like, you're our best employee, that would never happen. And even the other supervisor was like, oh my God, no, like that never happened. No one said that. And then, you know, I'm talking to my coworkers about it. They're really close to me, so I felt comfortable like sharing that. And they're like, no. Anyway, it was just like a complete rumor. And I'm not really sure to this day if like anyone at that pub started it because they like didn't want me to work there or something. But I'm pretty sure that a 60-year-old man just made up a really random rumor about me so that he didn't have to tell me he didn't want me to work in his bar. That was wild. Anyway, I ended up staying at the casino. Thanks for enjoying my Mel check shirt because it's super cute. I love him. That was just my story about a 60-year-old man who couldn't tell me like it is. So anyway, thank you for watching.